space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of bum bum ba bum bum ba bum bum ba bum, Star Wars, Micro Machines, and Star Trek, Micro Machines. Special limited edition, collector's number. Special limited edition, collector's number. Display stands included. Original price was $8 compared to $17.99. Wow, not bad. So in this one we have a bunch of alien vessels. Yeah, in Star Trek we have a bunch of alien vessels. We had the Cleon battle cruiser, we had the Romulan scout ship, we had the Romulan bird of prey, got the Borg ship, we had the Romulan warboard, we got Cleon Vorcha attack cruiser, and we got the Cleon bird of prey. So we got 3 Cleon and 3 Romulan, and of course a Borg. Now with Star Wars, we have the 3 Rebel Alliance ships, which are not to scale, and 3 Empire ships. The only thing that are to scale are the people. Like, the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter are to scale with each other, and the TIE Bomber, they're like to scale with each other, but the Millennium Falcon, the Y-Wing, I think that's a Y-Wing. Isn't that a Y-Wing? Yeah. The Y-Wing might be close to scale with these 4, but then the Millennium Falcon and the Millennium Falcon, this Millennium Falcon, would have been able to hide underneath this big old thing, so it's not up to scale. These 2 aren't up to scale, but these 4 are probably to scale with each other. Two figures only available in this set. Okay. So in this, we have the X-Wing Starfighter, Luke Skywalker, Millennium Falcon, Rebel Pilot, Y-Wing Starfighter, Han Solo, the Imperial Star Destroyer, Lord Darth Vader. The Rebel Pilot and the Imperial Pilot, these are exclusive figures to only this set. But then they made a whole Rebel set and a whole Imperial pilot set. They also made a whole Stormtrooper set. So, yeah. Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, which kind of looks like a TIE Bomber to me. But one thing I kind of don't like about the labeling of these sets is they say vehicles and figures from the Rebel Alliance, and they say vehicles and figures from the evil Empire. The Empire wasn't evil. The actual rebels were the ones that were doing bad. Anyway, it says, it all began a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Now continue to experience the struggle between the Rebel Alliance, defenders of justice, and the evil, corrupt Empire. These are authentic and detailed replicas of original vehicles and characters seen in the movie Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Follow the elusive rebel heroes like Luke Skywalker, Han Solo as the battle of the Empire's mighty war fleets commanded by Lord Darth Vader, and may the Force be with you! And the Star Trek one says, to boldly go where no one has gone before. Join with the crew of the USS Enterprise, which isn't included in this, as they journey into the final frontier, encountering Cleons, Romulans, and the Borg. This special collection of authentic replicas lets you relive 30 years of Star Trek television and movie adventures. Each detailed vessel comes with its own special display stand. So I like that. I like that. Now, going on scale here, these ships except the Borg cube, of course, are probably all up to scale. These are all probably scaled with each other, and the Borg cube, again, is off to the side, not up to scale. So there's that. Now, that being said, don't exactly know the schematics, but I'm thinking that these Star Destroyers might have been about the same size as... Someone comment down below if I'm wrong, because I believe I might be wrong, but the Star Destroyers are probably around the same scale as these ships. If not, these ships are around the same scale as the Millennium Falcon. I could be wrong. Someone knows the actual scales between Star Wars and Star Trek ships. Comment down below. But I'm thinking that more than likely these spaceships are on scale with this, and a Borg cube is more likely on scale with an actual Death Star, because the Borg cube's about the size of a planet. If you see the shows, you see that these ships are surrounding Borg cubes, like X-Wings and Y-Wings and TIE Fighters are just around a Star Destroyer. So I'm thinking this is planet-sized, like the Death Star was a planet-sized. Small moon, maybe satellite-sized, but still. Anyways, it's been almost 8 minutes here and you ain't even opened them yet. You're just talking about them. Get to opening them already. Get to open them. Open them up. What? Huh? What? You want me to open them? We're doing that here? Yes, we're going to open them. Oh, we're opening them. My bad. This is the first time I heard about us opening them. I thought we were just showing them off. No, we got to open them. Okay. You could earn these micro points too. You know that was made in China because everything's made in China. Damn communists. Why don't we make stuff in America again? You want to make America great again? Make stuff in America again. For real? Why are we opening Star Wars first? That's discrimination against the Star Trek fans opening Star Wars first. You should have opened Star Trek stuff first. Star Trek people are going to get mad. Alright. There, we unboxed them. Are you happy? So in this one, they got this cool scene of like a little planet, and it's the tape, and got all these cool stands and stuff. Because man, stands are awesome. And you got these stands, and if you look at them, they're like exactly the same stands. And in the Star Wars one, you can still keep this back of these boxes. They're nice. And you can still put them back in the little containers. Oh, wow. Join the official Star Wars fan club. Now, it'd be so cool if there was a join the official Star Trek fan club thing too, but apparently not, because Star Wars was cooler because it had a fan club. Somebody in the comments down below is going to say, Star Trek had a fan club too, but they weren't cool enough to put their ads in there. It probably tells you on the back somewhere, join the official Star Trek fan club. Apparently it doesn't. Maybe that's why. Oh! Well, there's a number on this Star Wars one. Can you see that? It says 64602. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a number on it. Hey, they fit within each other. They're almost in the same size box. Even though this one has more stuff. There's the back of all of them. There's the back of all of them. The board cube's the only one that's not held in. Boy, that's a strong plastic toy. Y'all don't want to see me undoing all these, so I'm going to pause it and come back. Boy, they really didn't want you doing stuff. Like, every one of these has tape over them and a twisty tie thing. Golly. So first up, I opened up a so as you can see, now we have the TIE fighters escorting the Star Destroyer. It doesn't want to stay on their stands very good. I'm not sure if that's because of age or what, but they don't. Next up, I have the Cleon Empire. I just did the regular Empire, now I'm going to do Cleon Empire. So as you can see, so far we have 2 Empires. Converging on the board. So they're all going to do a team up here. Next up we have the Romulan Empire. Romulan Star Empire. There we go. Cleon Empire, the Imperial Forces, and a Romulan Empire. All gaining up on the board. I guess up next is the Rebel Scums. Alright, y'all might be like, well, why'd you decide to unbox all these? And I'll tell you why. Why did I decide to unbox all these? Well, I'll tell you why. Well, there's twofold reason. First fold reason was I actually been trying to sell these, and they've been in my booth for 2-3 months. I've tried to sell them at toy shows multiple times, and again, neither one of these sets came even close to selling. When I had, like, I think the price point I had on there was like $20, and they still ain't sold. So there's your reasoning. All right, that's the first main reason I decided to start unboxing some of the stuff that hasn't sold. Because if it's not sold in box or out of box, if it isn't sold in box, maybe to sell out of box. Or maybe I'll just keep it for my own personal collection. Another reason is, well, Star Wars celebrations going on. So trying to get views, subscribers. That's kind of a selfish reason. Another reason is I saw these things that remind me of Star Wars Action Fleet, Star Trek Inner Space, Micro Machines, Micro Fleet, Action Fleet, that Star Wars and Star Trek used to do. So I decided, hey, maybe I can show off some of my old Micro Machines and stuff that I got. Again, selfish reasons. Mainly, I'm gonna admit it. Mainly, I'm doing it to try to get views and generate people to my channel. Yeah, totally selfish. Now these are the two. Exclusive figures. They don't seem to be that exclusive to me. What I like to use the little miniature figures for is I like to actually use them for like leaders and whatnot for exclusive games. So anyway, here's what happened in this fictional parallel Star Wars Star Trek crossover world. What has happened is the Borg have assimilated some Imperial troops and a couple of Rebel scum troops. The great generals Luke Skywalker and Han Solo have gone on to investigate this this occurrence, right? While the Emperor has sent his hand, Darth Vader, to go and also investigate this anomaly because many stormtroopers and fighter pilots and whatnot have been getting captured. And he wants to figure out where this is coming from, right? Now, of course, you know the Romulans and the Cleons also have to deal with the Borg menace. So the Borgs have gone to a galaxy far, far away. So Cleons and some Romulans have tracked them down. And Darth Vader is been sent to investigate, while the great rebel generals Han Solo and also Luke Skywalker have also been sent to investigate these strange occurrences that have happened due to rebels claiming they've spotted a new Death Star-like weapon. They've blown up the Death Star twice already, so they're like, what in the world is this new weapon? And they're thinking it's from the Empire. Okay? So that's basically what's going on. Now the Romulans and the Cleons are coming from their respective star clusters and also tracking down this Borg to destroy it. So that's what we got going on here. Anyway, you fill in the rest in comments down below with storytelling arc if you want to. Will the Cleons and Romulans get in a fight from hostilities? Will the Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker work together to destroy the Borg threat? Will these three different empires come together and along with the rebels to eliminate this new threat to the galaxy far, far away? It's up to you to decide how it's going to go down. Anyway, remember, guys, good all the time, guys, good. Keep on gaming. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Jesus loves you, Jesus God, Jesus Lord, Jesus King, Jesus ruler of everything, and have a great, wonderful day. Out of the three empires, which one would you think would win? Would the Empire win, the Cleon Empire win, or the Romulans Empire win? Comment down below. Hey, check it out, y'all. Here's some more Star Trek stuff that I have. I'm not going to unbox these. I'm going to do individual videos of these, but check them out. Well, the Federation wasn't involved in that last battle, but now we have a Federation star shuttlecraft. The Shuttlecraft Goddard Mini Playset Personal Shuttle Type 7. These are kind of reminding me. This inner space line also reminds me of that new thing that they've been sprouting off. The Star Wars Celebration. So I thought I'd show these off. I might do another video just showing these off and then doing individual unboxings. Also available is the Borg ship, the Cleon Bird of Prey, and the Romulan Warbird, which I have those three. Problem is, there's also another one available. I like the Star Trek stuff because they came with these clip and collect fact files, kind of like G.I. Joe did. This is the Borg cube, which compared to that Micro Machine cube is really small. Now the Micro Machine people are about the same size, even of these kind, compared to the ones that are standard kind. Now, I've gone to a little hobby shop that I go to, and they have another ship. They have like a couple more of these ships. So there's the info. It's Borg. It looks like you got a Captain Jean-Luc Picard and a Borg. Who did you have here? You had Geordi LaForge and Commander Troy. She was a terrible ship's counselor, by the way. And here you got the Cleon Bird of Play. The Bird of Play. Yeah, it's for playing with. It's a Bird of Play. Now, obviously, these aren't to scale. Not of each other. The only one that might be of scale is this one right here, because it is a shuttlecraft and it makes sense. The Borg cube's obviously not up to scale. When you open it, you only have like one little room in the Borg cube. Of course, Warbirds and Bird of Prey are also obviously not up to scale, because when you open it, you only see part of the bridge, which would actually be in here. This opening scene would actually be in here. So, obviously, not up to scale. In this particular case, bonus. Clip out mini ship spec card. Huh. Oh, okay. Just noticed that. This one comes with Lieutenant Commander Worf and Garwin the Cleon. Got the Romulan Warbird mini playset, which looks like it comes with two Romulans. There's the specs of that. Also available. It looks like it comes with Captain Jean-Luc Picard as a Romulan and Commander and Romulan Operative Sela, which I've actually done some unboxing videos of some Star Trek action figures, so go check those out. Again, this one's also same problem is when you open it, you have like the bridge, which would be right there. Actually, the bridge would literally be right in that little section right there. So there's the problem with it not being up to scale. But this new, don't remember what they're called, but I did comment down on some videos that they saw from Star Wars Celebration. They have some Micro Machine-ish ships, and they're people, and the ships are up to scale with each other, so they're compatible, which is pretty cool. I like it, but the price point, not into the price point. That's something. So let's look at these little. So these little pieces right here pop off, and which is interesting. So you have like a little. They had a thing on some of the action figures. They were called sky caps. So this is kind of like the sky cap idea to a different degree. Now I'm going to diss it. I'm not going to say it's a terrible, dumb, retarded idea, but it's not. I mean, I just like to save the whole box, the whole package. I don't understand the clip and collect part, because what I do is I just, I'll just cut this whole back part out, and I'll just laminate that whole thing. Like, literally just cut this whole piece out and just laminate the whole box. That's how I do. I just laminate the whole entire package. I don't do the... So I like the idea of clip and collect for action figures where they have information about the people and stuff. I think that's pretty cool, but I also like to just keep the whole box. So I'm not in favor of getting rid of the clip and collect part. People want to clip and collect and whatnot. Let them clip and collect. No skin on my teeth. They can cut the pieces off of the boxes and whatnot. But personally, I just like to keep the whole package. I like to open them so I can play with them, but I still like to keep some of the packages. Unless the package just gets ruined. So that's the only difference I have between the clip and collect thing and other thing. Anyway, this has been another long video. This is a pretty neat scene, right? Don't you think? Comment down below if you like Star Wars, Star Trek better, which Empire you like best, Romulan, Cleon, who your favorite Star Wars character is, or Star Wars faction is, who your favorite Star Trek character or captain is, favorite Star Trek faction, and I don't know if I've done this rant before or not, but here's a little rant. I think I have done it before. I'm not 100% sure, but the problem with the Star Wars versus Star Trek idea is, first of all, both sides have multiple factions. They have multiple factions based on time periods and or In Star Wars case, it's dependent on time periods. You have mainly 2 to 3 factions going on, depending on the time frame. So, first of all, to have a true debate of Star Wars versus Star Trek, one has to decide what time period in Star Wars and what time period in Star Trek or Star Trek Trek or Trek? It's Trek, right? It's Trek. I think both words mean the same thing though. So you have to determine which time period in both Star Wars and Star Trek are merging. Are we talking about original series, pre-series, the Enterprise, Discovery show, the new Picard show, Strange New Worlds, the Next Generation, Babylon 5? What? Babylon 5? That's not part of Star Wars. I meant Deep Space Nine. What group or groups are involved? There you go. Then you have to determine which heroic characters are going to be involved. So first you determine what time period. Then you'd have to determine what factions. Since in Star Trek you have the Federation, you have the Borg, you have the Cleon, you have the Romulan, you have the Dominion, you have so many different factions. While in Star Wars you have the Empire, the Rebellion, Clone Wars, which is the Republic, and of course the Separatists, and then you got the Sith and the Jedi Wars. So you'd have to then determine. So you'd have to first determine what time period on both sides are fighting, then use that to determine which factions are fighting on both sides. Then you would have to determine what kind of heroic characters, if any, are going to be involved in this, because heroic characters always have plot armor. So the problem with the debate of Star Wars versus Star Trek is you have too many factors involved. Both sides, honestly, if you look at both groups, both sides have, while one's science fiction and the other one's science fantasy, both sides have pretty much the same technologies of sorts and have pretty much the same abilities of sorts. Both sides have basically planet destroying weapons. Both sides basically have ships that can destroy one another. Both sides have ground troops, armies, navies. Both sides have different political structures and whatnot. I'm going to go with this. All sides have pretty much the same technologies. Both sides even have people with telekinesis and other special abilities. In the Star Wars universe, they call them people that are connected with the Force. But in reality, it's just people who have higher metachlorian counts. Does that mean they're connected to the Force? There's religion based on it. Both sides have freedom of religious. Both sides have certain freedoms and liberties and whatnot in political structures. I mean, from a interesting standpoint, one could say technically that the Federation of Planets kind of runs like the Republic did, the old Republic did, which kind of led to groups taking over, almost destroying it, like the Dominion. The only difference is in Star Wars, the Federation got took over within and turned into a galactic empire. In Star Trek, the Federation didn't ever get took over. could have got took over from within. Had a couple of groups leave, like the Marquis, had a couple of groups, and the Dominion tried to secretly take over it, and almost succeeded. The Borg tried to come in and assimilate. Resistance was futile, right? But again, they failed. The Cleon Empire and the Romulan Empire have had on and on engagements with each other and the Federation. They've had wars back and forth, but nobody's really won. They've all become stalemates. So they all have, I would say, equal footing when it comes to technology, troops, political power, structures, probably even economic to a degree, and trade and whatnot. So yeah, they're basically matched when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, like I said, since they're matched, and everybody's always going to find a equal item from one universe that competes or is compatible with the other universe, you don't have a debate there. So the proper way to have a versus battle would be either A, one-on-one battles, or B, faction versus faction battles based off of time periods. Since both have extensive histories. I mean, there's ways you could literally, there's certain ways where you could literally go, okay, early Earth, before the Vulcans even discover Earth, versus Mandalorians. Now, if you do a battle like that, yeah, the Mandalorian's probably going to kick early Earth's butt. So you see how if you actually put two groups together from certain time periods and factions together, and then you had them together, you can have a proper debate. But when you try to go the whole Star Wars universe versus the whole Star Trek universe, you just lost me. Because I'm like, you can't have that. It's impossible to have a debate that way. Battle debates have to pitch one faction of one time period against another faction of another time period. That's the only way to have a proper versus battle. So, Star Wars versus Star Trek, who wins? Well, nobody wins. Honestly, nobody can win because both sides are too akin to each other for either side to win. You're going to end up with a tie because you can pretty much prove that it's a tie. It's going to be 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 a tie game. Tie. Win-win, win-lose. Tie. Now, there's certain factions in Star Wars that might be better than other factions in Star Trek, and vice versa. There's certain ships in Star Trek that would utterly kick the living mess out of certain ships in Star Wars, and vice versa. There's certain technologies that are better than other technologies, and vice versa. Regardless of all that, and there's also certain, how do you put it, characters, minds, tactical geniuses, or whatever, that will And that's really where that is truly where the line of battle draws, is the better tacticians, those characters. That's why I'm saying it after you decide what factions are involved, what time periods are involved. You got to decide which heroic characters are going to be involved, because all those heroic characters with all that plot armor is really what's going to tide the battle to who wins or who loses in the end when it comes to the Star Trek versus Star Wars never-ending debate, unless you literally break it up into faction by faction. I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, remember, God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. Keep on gaming. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Let's look at each one of these ships one final last time. Wouldn't it be cool to like play a Dungeon and Dragon campaign or a board game campaign, and all your dice were kind of like shaped like 4 cubes, and you had like a number on them, and you like roll? Just thought maybe that would be interesting. The stands don't work very well in some cases. Like I said, this thing would in the movie, it fit, like, could get sucked up by this thing. And so do these. Like these and ties, they would come out of like these little various different exhaust ports and whatnot. They'd come out to the sides here where they had like an aircraft carrier does. I will say one thing, the Star Wars figures are a little more detailed than the Star Trek figures. But I don't know how much detail you can really give when you made all your ships bronze. For some weird reason, they're all bronze for a special edition. If they were colored, maybe they would be better. But anyway, I will admit, though, that they're pretty sturdy. Strong. Some of the modern Micro Machines type stuff, plastic does not even compare with the plastic of the old 1980s. Oh, wow. 1994 for these. That's by Galoob Toys. 1994 and 1995. So actually late 90s. Late 90s plastic makes modern plastic look like garbage. Wow. I'm pretty sure y'all haven't watched 40 something minutes, but maybe you have. If you've watched 40 something minutes all the way through, wow. That's all I gotta say for you. Wow. You really watched it that long. Thank you. Congratulations. You're a true Star Wars, Star Trek gamer, geek, nerd person of my channel, I guess, if you've been there that long. Laters. Have a great day. Hell, I can't believe it's still filming after 40. I thought I had a limit of how much time I could actually do a video on, but apparently not. Apparently I can do videos that are almost an hour friggin' long. Shoot, if I rambled another 15 minutes, it would be an hour friggin' long, wouldn't it? Let's see if I can waste time and make it an hour long video. Hey everybody. That's usually how I start off my videos. Alright. This is Power of the Force line, and this is like that reaction line. They're like literally the same size figure. This is Commander Worf, and this is Grand Moff Tarkin. So the Empire, the Cleon Empire, is wanting to do some, talks and peace treaties. They have sent the Great Warrior Worf from the Federation to do a diplomatic response for they have done for diplomatic peace / join alliance talks with the Empire of the Star Wars universe, and Vader and the Emperor has decided to send Grand Moff Tarkin as their representative. So all his xenophobia and all their Cleon warrior ways, you think they would be able to strike an accord or alliance or whatever with one another and have the Cleon Empire join or unite with the Empire? Meanwhile, in other parts of the universe, they have sent Jean-Luc Picard to meet with their great Jean-Luc Picard and Commander Benjamin Sisko. They have sent to meet with the great rebel generals Han Solo and Luke Skywalker to negotiate a alliance between the Federation and the rebels, because the rebels are going to be small when they do win, and have decided that they need the support and backing of a major power and faction within the galaxies. So they've chosen to join with the Federation. Even though the Federation's requirements at the moment are like, yeah, rebels, you're going to have to join by individual planets because your whole political system is not even a real system yet. And they're not really trusting of the rebels because the rebels are acting pretty much like the Marquis acted. So, and the rebels are also kind of acting like the Dominion acted against the Empire, but the Dominion acted against the Federation. So, they're not 100% sure about that. So, comment down below what you think about that storyline. And have a great, wonderful day. I don't feel like wasting another 10 more minutes just to try to make an hour-long video. I really don't. But I do have another micro machine thing that I don't know. I think I've already shown y'all in the previous video, but it's Power Rangers and Micro Machine-ish related. It's this Kamen Rider thing. you can put something in it, like a micro machine type hero or Zords or whatever, and it clips on your belt. Looks like it 1996. Saban Toys. Looked like it was like a This happens after the board was defeated. I also have this Power Ranger communicator thing. But it looks like it's somehow got smudged. I might have to repaint that with new gold. It wouldn't be too hard because it pops off. You like gold? Like lighters? Got this gold lighter. Yes, now I'm just wasting time to try to make an hour-long video. Just to really see. Zippo. It's just one random lighters I found. Don't even add some things. Power Ranger Band-Aids? Oh wow. You want to collect Halo Wars stuff? Little my own made Power Ranger Mega Force figures. Some kind of Power Ranger Mega Force battle caps. Cool pen. Yeah. I literally just found this stuff. Just looking around and finding random cool stuff. Look at this girl. She's about the same size as them. Pretty cool. These are interesting. They hold like these vehicles, rescue vehicles, kind of like Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Anybody collect Pez? Or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff? Heck, why not have the Power Rangers join this crazy universe? Check them out, Power Rangers.
Here's one of the turtle skateboards I got.
We also have Repulsa, Golda, Lord Zed. Yeah, now I'm just being silly and adding stuff to waste time. That's what you say. Yeah, it's true. Time. I want to see if I can actually make an actual hour-long video. I have 5 more minutes to waste. Yeah. 5 more minutes to kill. How about some cars? You probably have seen this, but check it out, the DeLorean. I've done some other videos. I think this is the one that actually, there's a button. There's a way to turn this thing on. I just totally forgot. I literally forgot how to turn this. Oh, there it is. It lights up. Yeah, that's pretty good. Ghostbusters. Something strange. This ain't the Ghostbusters stuff. That one? Wonder Woman. Yeah. That's probably been an hour now. Anyways, probably been over an hour now. Nope, still not. I like my homemade Star Destroyer. And here's a Death Star. I think it held a puzzle or a ball or something. Pretty cool. Is it turtles? It's got Hulk, Mom. Anyways. I guess I'm gonna end the video now. Did that last in a whole hour? It will in another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.